Welcome back to the Kool, the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm your host, Kareem Matthews, and this is a special NBA trade deadline edition, man. I wanted to do one just for the trade deadline. And I was thinking who could I chop it up with? You know what I mean? I popped into my mind, one of my good friends, longtime friend, you know what I'm saying, from the Palisades days. Also the host of the Sports with Flavor podcast, Mr. Dia Fountain. What up, Dia?
What up? What up, Kareem? What up?
Thanks for joining me, man. I wanted to chop it up with somebody about the trades that happened. You was the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Look at the background. Look at the
Yeah, for
jersey.
sure. For sure. For sure.
Fully
Sports with Flavor is what we do.
Huh? I
So
didn't hear you.
they say this is what we do, man.
Yes.
I was watching them trades all last night, all morning. People was texting me, upset about what we gonna do to the Lakers and what other teams is doing. I said, man, it is what it is.
Yeah, nah. So, yeah, Laker fans were upset. I wasn't really expecting us to do much in the trade deadline. You know what I mean? Because we don't have really much we can trade. I think we're going to be more in the buyout market. But I
Yeah,
think for me, maybe not the most talented person, but the biggest move to me so far in the Clippers picking up Rondo.
oh, for sure. For sure. Rondo brings two championships with Boston and the Lakers. He brings the floor general. He brings what they didn't really have. Kawhi don't want to set up the plays. PG, he likes the ball, but Rondo will get all in order. You know what I'm saying? Leader on the floor. I hated to see Rondo leave the Lakers, but, I ain't mad at him going to the Clippers. Now we just got to work harder to beat them.
I totally agree, yo. I feel like picking up Rondo elevates the Clippers to one of the top two seeds in the West. I know Utah, a lot of people looking at them and us and possibly Denver, but I think now, man, I'm such a big Rondo fan. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's the perfect piece for them. Like everyone's saying, oh, he's old and they had to give up Lou Will. But I'm like, Lou Will is not really a winning player. Like I love Lou Will personally, but like he's never been on a team that's, gotten even to the conference finals. You know what I mean? I think Rondo, like playoff basketball turns out to be like 3-on-3 basketball. Like your fifth
Yeah.
and sixth and seventh man, they're not as important in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And I feel like Rondo can be one of those three dudes with Kawhi and PG.
Oh, for sure. Rondo, I mean, he could do it. We know Lemon Pepper Lou is a scorer, six man, you know what I'm saying?
Did you
But
say
now
Lemon Pepper Lou?
Lemon Pepper Lou, man, he got in trouble when he left the bubble. But you know
Well,
what? He going back to Atlanta and he gonna be Lemon Pepper dancing. I call him Pimp Will because he got two women. You know what
I
I'm saying?
know. That's what
He back to his element now. He gonna play a lot better in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He get that scoring punch with Trey and Collins, and he get to eat his lemon peppers and hit the strip club. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
hilarious. Lemon Pepper Lou. And that's what I was saying too. Atlanta's the perfect place for him if he did have to leave LA. You know what I'm saying? So now he can get his wings every day. Actually, he will fit good with Trey too. That's actually not a bad landing spot for him. I mean, I don't think they're gonna win much. You know what I mean? But I think as far as another destination for Lou other than LA, I think Atlanta probably is that's a soft landing spot.
Yeah.
That's another thing. A lot of people were saying like, oh, Rondo's been on so many different teams and he wasn't really balling in Atlanta. Like Rondo is only about winning. Like if the team is not that good, Rondo not gonna be locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Not
That's
at all.
that's just the kind of dude he is. But if the team is good, oh, he's all in. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
why I think Atlanta wasn't a good fit for him, and it's gonna be a lot better for him in LA. I wish they wouldn't have got Rondo personally.
Yeah. I don't usually try to hate on the Clippers, because they're the little brother of the LA. I'm always happy for them. I'm never scared of y'all. I'm never scared of them. You know what I'm saying? Even with Rondo, y'all still got to see us. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm
No,
saying? I ain't mad at y'all, but hey,
I
you
love
still
that
got to see us.
attitude from you because I used to have that attitude till last season. I felt like last season they were way too loud for having never done nothing. You know what I'm saying? That I was cutting them. I was cutting them at every opportunity because they was just talking way too much. Like this season, they a lot better. You know what I'm saying? They
because they didn't do that last year, so they know they got to shut up and prove something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to shut that lip and prove something. So
that's the
you humble yourself. You had to humble yourself after losing the 3-1 lead. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to humble yourself. I mean, I don't dislike teams. It's sometimes I dislike the fans. Like when Golden State was coming up, the Golden State fans thought they was the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, dude, wait a minute. Well, y'all ain't won since 79 or 78.
Right.
Now y'all acting like y'all the best thing, and y'all was good. I'm not tripping, but it's the fans that make me dislike teams sometimes.
No,
you know,
absolutely.
So
I hate to say this because I'm gonna get hate mail, but like Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all haven't won since the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the fans. You know, fans sometimes get too personal. You know, and I learned not to get personal with my team. I said either we do or we don't. For me, it's championship or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk trash in between. I'll bet on my team all day, but I ain't talking about what we gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for, okay, everybody keep not talking about us. We the defending champs.
Right.
Everybody keep dissing the Miami Heat. They the Eastern Conference champs. You know what I'm saying? I never dismiss a champion because they know how to win.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? All this Brooklyn talk. And I mean, I get it. Brooklyn do got 3 of the best players, but let's see how they work when playoff time comes.
When they healthy.
When they healthy.
Because they got, I mean, well, we got health issues too. You know what I mean? So it's it's whoever.
But all teams have health issues. Philadelphia got them. You know what I'm saying? So the teams have them, and it's part of the game. Every team is one injury away from, or they slip. You know what I'm saying?
And we just ended up having 2. But I feel like as long as they back for the playoffs, we still gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? But the West is tough, man. We could slide. Like I heard some people was talking a scenario today where now that the Clippers picked up Rondo and we missing LeBron and AD, we could slide to 7 and have to play the Clippers in the first round.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I ain't worried about that. I don't care if we're the 8th seed. You know, I would like to stay the 6th seed. I don't want to be in that 6 through 10 play-in type of stuff.
Right.
I don't want to be in that scenario.
Right.
But I'm not afraid of any team we play. We got to play Utah first. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to play the Clippers first. It is what it is. You know,
feel the same way. No, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm not ducking no team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ducking no team. Once we get in, we got work to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to get through all them anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying how crazy that would be for the city if we play them in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then they would not be getting out the first round again.
Well, yeah, because they never got out the second round. So, and ain't no telling, if we don't get them in the first or second round, you might not see the Clippers because nobody's ever seen the Clippers out the first or second round. So if we don't see them early, ain't no guarantee. They could be up 3-1 as we saw. Ain't no guarantee they get to the next round. 50 years. It'll be 51 years. So
no, that's so true. I love that attitude though. You're right though. We are not scared of no team. If we have full strength, you know what I'm saying? We wherever we play, whoever we play, I'ma still feel like it's gonna be us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you brought up Miami as a champion that people kind of slighting, and I agree with that. They would not have picked up Oladipo. Like I feel like that's a real good move for them. You know what I'm saying? Like he fits perfect with their system. Like he's another one of those dudes. Like Rondo has to be in the right system. I feel like Oladipo is similar. Like he need more structure than they have in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Houston is like more freelance ball. Like he came from Indiana in college. Like he went to Indiana in the pros. Like Miami has that structure he needs. You know what I'm saying? They needed a boost. Like I think it's a perfect marriage. You know, I think that's gonna help them.
Yeah. I mean, Victor's gonna help them. They got rid of maybe Avery Bradley, some other player.
And Olynyk.
Yeah. So that's gonna be, you know, it's some pieces. That's a big they missing. and Bradley, we know he could play defense. So they're gonna be missing that. But Miami with the structure, like you said, Spoelstra, he got structure. Pat Riley got structure. They got things they do. It ain't no free willy, shoot threes, do what you want. You know what I'm saying? We got a system over here, the way this stuff works. So Victor Oladipo, like I said, people keep not talking about the Heat, but we saw how the Heat smashed on Milwaukee last year. Yeah. So I'm not going to diss them against Brooklyn, Philly, Boston, all those teams.
No,
you know?
I think the Heat just they to me they improved themselves the most on the East. I feel like the Clippers did a lot. I'm not gonna say the most on the West because Denver did some nice things. They picked up Eric Gordon and JaVale.
Yeah.
I think Denver didn't get to the finals last year, but what they did to the Clippers, I feel like that's gonna give them something going into the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like that gives them a extra boost. Like I think picking up those two dudes was big for them because they lost Grant. They lost Grant to Detroit. Both players went to Detroit. Grant and Plumlee from last year's team. They haven't really, right. They haven't really been able to replace them. So I think Gordon and JaVale not quite replaces them, but it, you know what I'm saying, it brings them closer to that team that they were last year. I like those two moves. I mean, shit, I would have took JaVale back for us.
Yeah, I wanted JaVale to come back to us because he knows the system. He's a rim protector, you know, so I would have took him back. But with Denver, he's going to help. He's going to be able to play with Jokic. He's going to be able to play the 5. Jokic can play the 4. They got Aaron Gordon, so they got some. They got pieces over there now. And like I said, they're not afraid of nobody but probably us. They're the only team we lost to. They came back from 2-3-1. So they're not afraid of Utah, and they're not afraid of the Clippers. So they got that feeling they young. They ain't worried about them. So Denver did make some moves. Denver, I think they did improve their team, you know.
I totally agree. That mindset, you know what I'm saying? The regular season is one thing, but then going into the playoffs, it's a whole different mindset. And the fact that they did it already, I don't count Denver out. Man, the West is loaded, yo. Like without LeBron and AD, we gonna struggle for a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's
not gonna look good. But the good thing is we got Philly tonight, and hopefully we can get Philly. But we also got Orlando, who had their fire sale and got rid of everybody, in Cleveland. We got them two coming up. So we should be able to get a win from those two. Okay. And then they're going to reevaluate AD. He should be back by next week, hopefully. You know, we don't need him back to play the Bucks, but I would like to have him back sometime by next Friday. It'd be fine for me.
Okay. Yeah, that made me feel a little bit better. I wasn't really looking at the schedule like that, but if we got Orlando and Cleveland coming up, that's exactly. What is Orlando doing? Yo, they traded Vukovic too. They traded him to the Bulls. They got hit.
They had what's called a Black Thursday sale. You know what I'm saying? They just got rid of everybody.
I wish they had called us.
Exactly. I would have took Vukovic. I would have took Vukovic quickly.
Vukovic is nice, yo. Like before we got AD, he was my sleeper free agent pick for us. Like if we couldn't have got AD, I wanted us to sign him, but he ended up signing back with Orlando. And we got AD. He went to USC. Yeah, he went to USC, and I think that's part of the thing with him in Chicago is him and Levine got the same agent.
Okay.
Levine went to UCLA.
Okay, so that works. That's why you know
they. I don't think they in the playoffs right now. I think they might be a seed or two out of that playing group, but they gonna make a move too. That's a good pickup for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he ready to go right now. Like I think they gave up Wendell Carter Jr., who could be cool, but he's for like down the road. You know what I'm saying? Vujicic was an all-star.
All-star, first year All-star this year. So
they got two All-Stars. You know what I mean? I mean, that's worth something.
That's how you build. You start with 2, you might get 3. Like Utah had 2, and then when Mike Conley slipped in there, they had 3. So you know what I'm saying? That's their little big 3. You know
how you feel about them moving forward?
I mean, Utah. I mean, once again, they playing great during the season. So I give them that. They got the big, they got a point guard, they got a scorer. So they have the components that you kind of need. Rudy plays the defense, so they got a rim protector, rebounder, you know what I'm saying? So they got what they need. I just don't know if they have a champion over there who's going to pull them through. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a champion to pull you through. Mike Conley ain't a champion. He's a competitor. You know what I'm saying? He's like a level below Kyle Lowry because he ain't won, but he's a competitor. And Donovan Mitchell, I mean, he's ready to go, but we'll see what he do in the playoffs.
Yeah, see, that's one of those teams, too. I feel like how Denver has that it factor from beating the Clippers. I feel like Utah doesn't have that it factor. Like, I feel like you can always count on them to choke. You know what I mean? Like, if it's one team I'm not going to say I'm not worried about, but they would be the one team I would want to go ahead and be the one seed if it's not us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, they just, I don't know, they got to show me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't scare me. The only advantage Utah has is like this, almost like the same advantage Denver has. It's going up in that climate. You know what I'm saying? That's the advantage they have. But playing against the Lakers, they don't have no advantage but your climate. Right. Okay. You don't have the mental. You don't have that. Denver's mental is higher than yours. So, even though y'all might be number one seed in the West, I don't think nobody's scared of y'all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And they used to have, like, their fan base, they got some crazy fans up there. That used to be an advantage for them. But, I mean, right now, it ain't really no home court. But actually, though, by the playoffs, I think they may start having fans again, but probably not enough. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no full stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
But Utah is known for them crazy fans, so I'll give them that.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. But it's you brought up Kyle Lowry. You said Conley was a level below Kyle Lowry. I'm surprised he didn't get moved.
No, I mean they was asking too much. They was I guess trying to get too much for him everywhere he went. So he didn't get moved.
Yeah, because I did hear we were in it. We was in it to the end, and the Heat. It was us and the Heat that was trying to get him at the last minute, and then they said for us, Toronto wanted Horton Tucker. And we said right. And we said no. And then for the Heat, they wanted Tyler Hero.
Nah.
And they said no. We was trying to do a package around Caruso. And Toronto was like, nah, we cool. And then Miami was trying to do a package around Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
And Toronto was like, nah, we cool. But then Toronto gave up Powell. So what are y'all trying to win or y'all not? I mean, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I mean, and Powell went to Portland. So that gives Portland another scorer, shoot the three that can help Dame. You know what I'm saying? So he can defend, and that's a brewing. That's out that Pac-10. I still call it the Pac-10, even though it's the Pac-12, but that's a brewing. So he know what he's doing over there.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'm a big Powell fan. I liked him coming out. I thought he was similar to Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not quite as athletic, but they were similar players to me. So yeah, I like that pickup for Portland. I mean, again, we back to the same thing of how loaded the West is. Like, it's gonna be some quality teams that's in that playing part. We might end up in that. You know what I mean?
Nah, we could be.
I hope not
playing. No, I don't want to be.
I like how you brought up the ease of the schedule, though. That actually made me feel a lot better, knowing that we got Orlando and Cleveland coming up. I hope we can get those wins. But man, if you don't stay on your A game, the West got something for you. Because Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? Phoenix, they didn't make no moves, but I've been liking them since what they did in the offseason. Like that's one team, because we didn't see them in last year's playoff run. So they balled out in the bubble though, but they didn't make it. So we don't we pretty much know what the Clippers are. We pretty much know what Denver is. We pretty much know what Utah is. But Phoenix is that one team where, they could be. You know what I mean? They could be.
No, with Phoenix, they got one of the best leaders in the game, Chris Paul. Wherever Chris Paul goes, he is a leader. I'm not gonna say he's not a winner. Just because he ain't win a championship, that don't mean he's not a winner. He just ain't won the big game. I mean, you can say that about Karl Malone, Stockton, but that don't mean they ain't elite players. Okay,
Right.
Chris
Right.
Paul is elite. He brings his team up. He runs his team well. And like you said, they were 8-0 on the bubble last year.
Right.
How they didn't get a play-in spot? How they don't, you know what I'm saying? They got Devin Booker. He one of the best scorers in the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got Aiden, the number 1 pick. Once he starts to get better and better, man, Phoenix,
Well,
you know, as long as Chris Paul's there.
Chris Paul has made both of them better. You know what I mean? Like Aiden, he getting the best out of Aiden, he getting the best out of Booker. And then they got Jai Crowder, who I think is he's one of those sleeper glue players. You know what I mean? Like when they picked him up this offseason, him and Chris Paul was like, yeah, this team is gonna be a lot better. So that's 6 teams right there. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even mentioned Portland, Memphis. I mean, it's the West, man. The West is loaded. The West is loaded.
It's back to being the wild, wild West again. You know, it can be a shootout at any game. Like you said, even though the Pelicans don't have a 500 record, they a player away. You know, I mean, they just got rid of JJ Redick.
Oh, that's right.
He moved on.
Oh, he went to Dallas, right?
He went to Dallas, yes.
We ain't brought them up.
Yeah, so Luka, Dallas, you know, so that's another one.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's another one that we got to watch out for, because Luka, and now you got Redick who can shoot. You got Porzingis. I mean, Dallas ain't no easy out.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And we didn't even mention, man.
Yeah, they're not no easy out. But you know, the West, like you say, is loaded. It's loaded.
Yeah, and the East, what you think about the East? I guess Miami improved themselves. I think Philly, they got somebody, didn't they? Well, cool, man. I want to thank you, Dia, for coming and having this little convo with me, man. I just wanted to do a quick little draft day edition. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to make it too long, but you got anything you want to plug?
Oh, no, man. Thanks for having me. You can find me on any platform, Sports with Flavor. I talk sports and anything else. But no, man, I appreciate you having me on. I'm happy to have you on my podcast. You come talk and do some things, because I know, man, as talented as you are, I'm hoping big things for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been grinding for a long time, and it's coming.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good look, sir.